Hey everybody, I figured I'd share this recipe with everybody out there. I'm going to make, I like to call it poor man's meatloaf. And this is what my mother used to make in a pinch when we were hungry and we were kids. So, first of all, I've got a couple eggs, 2 eggs. Start with a pound of hamburger. If you want more, you can use more hamburger. And I would say every time you up your hamburger, I would up the eggs and whatever else you're going to put in there. But I mean, for a simple meatloaf to feed 2 people, maybe 3, start with maybe a hefty pound of hamburger. This might be a little over a pound, I'm not sure. It's for Big E's. I like to use a higher fat content, either 80% or 85%, because it gives the meatloaf a little more of a juicy texture. It's not so tough. So I've chose 80% hamburger. I've diced up about a quarter of an onion. I got some Heinz tomato ketchup, a little bit of salt, pepper, and 2 eggs. And in this bowl, this is the trick right here. I use breadcrumbs. You can use any kind you want. You could get let's grab up here and show my breadcrumbs. But I use the 4C plain because it doesn't seem to mess my stomach up too bad. And basically the trick is with the breadcrumbs, it would be great if you had a spritzer bottle, but I usually use my hand, or just, I just sprinkle a little bit of water in here. After you get your breadcrumbs in there, I'd say that's probably about a quarter of a cup, a little over. It's not quite a half a cup, no. I mean, if it was in tablespoons, I'd say that's probably...
That's more like a half a cup.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'd say it's like 6 tablespoons of breadcrumbs to the pound of hamburger. But you want to moisten it. You don't want to soak it. You want to get a little bit of water in there and just kind of work it around. And then just let it set. This, I find, makes your meatloaf tender. It makes it really come out moist and good. So... we're this far. I've already soaked the breadcrumbs. They've been in here. I mean, they've been, the water's been going. They're so they don't feel so dry.
How much onion did you cut up there? Like about a third of the onion?
Probably.
Chopped it up.
I usually chop up at least, I start with a quarter and then I add it. What I do is, at this point now, I'll just break the eggs. I put them right in with the breadcrumbs. Bang. It's real simple. This is not, I'm a redneck. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and get all Julia Childs with it. So, but it tastes pretty good. Fills up your belly. And a lot of people, last time I made it, people were like, well, could you share more directions on how it's done? Because, so I'm sharing my directions. So this is the Northern Redneck making his poor man's meatloaf. And, so, put the hamburger in there. Break it up a little first. I like to. I got everything. I just threw the eggs right in there. I didn't worry about getting too crazy with mixing anything. Then you judge how many onions you want in there. If you want a lot of onions, if you want to be gassing out the neighborhood, well then you can add a whole onion. You could use any kind of onion. You can use pepper in here. You could use steak sauce. Anything you want to do. I mean, it's basically this isn't a meatloaf with gravy because it just isn't. But it's fairly tasty, and you know what? I would say that's probably, what'd you say about onion? Pretty good. Mm-hmm. And my wife's the camera man here, camera woman. How about a camera ma'am? You're a camera ma'am. She's mammogramming me with the cam. That just doesn't sound right at all. So, anyways. Now comes the fun part. I love this part. My little boy, when he was a kid and I would squeeze the ketchup, he'd laugh because it sounded like somebody having like a major case of... And I would go, oh my God, oh, what did you feed me? Poor man's meatloaf. Oh. Oh. So I start by, I'll put some ketchup in there.
Some ketchup?
Oh, well, it's good. Well, there's no gravy, so that's like the gravy, And then, this is the fun part. You just get in there, and you stick your hands in there. It's kind of like gutting a pumpkin. It's pretty cool.
That sounds pretty funny.
What do you mean? And, this will mix the egg in and everything as well. Some people like to beat the egg first before they put it in there. But like I say, you know, I'm not Yan Can Cook here. But I know when I'm hungry, and there's a bunch of shit in the store that I can throw together, so I can call it dinner. And yeah, it's pretty healthy, man. I mean, you know, you get your hamburger, you got your bread, and all of that. So, you know, you gotta eat, right? Oh wow, this is grody. If I need more ketchup, I'm gonna
Nice
will.
manicure, huh?
Huh?
Nice.
Where's the smell? Oh yeah, it smells good. You gotta have the you know when you got the perfect mix of onion and ketchup and everything in there, 'cause it starts to smell real good. You know, it smells like something you want to eat and not feed to the dog, so or cat, what have you. And you know, the salt and pepper, I put a little bit in the breadcrumbs before I started. But depending on who you're having for a dinner guest.
You might want to put it on after.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody has a salt intake.
Yeah, you don't want to, like, you know, salt Uncle Frank's meatloaf and have him stroke out on you halfway through dinner because his blood pressure went through the
I always
roof.
like to put some of the spices on afterwards because that way each person likes it a different way.
I don't care. I got high blood pressure, but I'll still eat it. A ton of salt on it anyway. I'll be sitting over there with that blood pressure cuff on me going, oh my God, I think I'm going to die. I'm spiking. But it's oh so good.
You didn't preheat the oven, huh?
I didn't preheat the oven. Oh yeah, that's probably one of the things you can do. You want to preheat the oven there?
Oh, I will do that in a minute.
Cameraman? Not now. Why not? You're giving me sign language. I don't understand sign language. Oh, I see what's going on in there. Yeah, you got to make sure before you preheat. Good thing I didn't preheat the oven, man. It's got some dishes in there.
Yeah, if you store pots and stuff like that in your oven because of lack of cabinet
Everybody
space.
does that.
Exactly, you got to be
Well,
careful.
look at this place. I don't even got a stove
You
to
start
cook
cooking
on.
your pans.
It's like a toaster top for a range top here. And my mother used to do this cool thing. She'd stick little holes in there with her finger. She actually, my mother taught me how to make this when I was like a little boy. And I don't know why she did this. Maybe it just, maybe she was just being fun with me. But it kind of gives it a cool effect when it's cooked too, and it just lets all the stuff ooze out of there. And I usually put the oven on 350, throw it in there, and just about a half an hour I start checking it because, well, then you're going to have crusty meatloaf if you leave it in there too long. But anyway, this is my poor man's meatloaf. I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, yuck, or wow, you know, but a lot of you people that don't have a lot of time and you just want to make something quick to eat, and it's got your meat in there, your protein, your veg, you got some onions in there. This is my poor man's meatloaf. Peace.